Hello, everybody. What's going on? It is I, the Duke of Deception, Pooya. I know you're about to watch the exit interview I did with Sam Asghari. I just wanted to give you a little disclaimer, a little heads up here. The connection was a little rough, so you're gonna get maybe not the best quality as far as audio video experience goes. But trust me when I say there's some good content here. Definitely check it out and see what happens when people have receipts on me. Yeah, so it was fun. I hope you enjoyed. Just want to give you the heads up before anything goes down. And we are still working on getting the other interview for the week from the banished person. Yes, that's right. So fear not. Hopefully it gets through. All right. I'm enough. I'm gonna leave you to it. Have fun. Have a good weekend. And see you later. Bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the We Know the Traitors podcast over here on RHAP. I'm, of course, the Duke of Deception, your host, Pooya, ready to talk to somebody who has been called my boy. I will co-sign, and I'm very excited to talk to this person right here. We've got Sam Asghari here with us today. Sam, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. How you doing, man? I've been called your boy.
You have been called my boy because I've been singing your praises, especially after this last episode. I feel like I was like, okay, there's more to Sam than meets the eye. I feel like you were kind of written off by a lot of people to start the season off, and then they started seeing you, kind of piece some things together, kind of play the detective a little bit.
The right time to feel. I've been written off since the beginning. I think I watched, a recap episode that you did of the cast, and it was called. I can't really recall it. Was it that I think you said something that you don't claim me? Your people are not claiming me as a person.
No, 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 no. That's not true at all, Sam. That's not that was not me. That was some other guy, probably.
Okay. You know what? That's what it is, and that's the beauty of it. I think it's people not really people putting the and they're kind of misjudging what's the reality is. And with this show, that was such a great experience for me to be able to, it's advantage because people are judging you based on what you have, and people are assuming things, and you go in there and then you really yourself, you're helping out, you're not being selfish, you're not being and you're still competitive. And then that's how life is when you're a good person, when you don't push over people, when you don't try to take advantage of people, you get far. And sometimes wanting to be wanting to be the person that's the most helpful, sometimes being nice could cost you. And that's what it did, but you have to make a decision when it's the right time to do it, when you have to contribute to everybody else, when you have to be helpful. And sometimes but a lot of people say downfall. That was your downfall when you spoke up. I call it the glow up. As you said, it was
Okay, okay.
glow up, because you have to speak up at some point. Enough is enough. You have to speak up, and especially when you're in the moment, you're emotional. It is a game, but you do want to be helpful. So I think I went out the right way. And when you do make a recap and say we don't claim him as this guy, now you claim me. Now I'm your boy. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of it.
Hey, that's the thing with this game, right? Is that I feel like coming into it, especially with the US season where we do get a cast of stars from different shows, different worlds. It's like if you know people coming in, you know their rep, you might be rating them a lot higher than someone who is a blind item. You have no idea what to expect and what you can see. And then we're in a situation where there's people that are singing your praises rightfully, and then there's people out there that are like, no, Tom Sandoval's the genius that took down Boston Rob. I don't co-sign that one. That I'm not about, but it's wild how the show can, again, the waves. Some people come in, they're fans, they leave, they're not fans, and so on. It's an incredible thing to watch and play out.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Boston Rob situation, he did contribute to that a lot, but a lot of other people did as well. I just saw it as a team effort, and that's what it was. It was just, as Tom, he was just saying everybody's name, and if you say that enough, of course, one is going to be a traitor. It's 1 in a 16 chances. It's not that high. if you're saying everybody's name.
Right.
But that's, you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, because if you, someone like me that's not really in the reality space, and somebody, if you say something about me that's not true, I'm obviously, it's not gonna out there and call somebody like Carolyn. At the time, I thought it was a faithful, but if she's doing traitor like things, if I call her a traitor, she might get emotional and actually try to be a traitor. So I just didn't want to do that. I still wanted to be, respectful of people's feelings, and I didn't want to be the person that says things that's, oh, I think you're a traitor because, know, whatever, pump, or I think you're a traitor because of how you are in your real life. That's just, I don't want to do that, because that's hurtful. I want to say you're a traitor because you didn't see what Alan was wearing.
Great
Therefore,
moment.
you were out. Call people out for what they're responsible for, but not for what there's assumption. Not for people that are not for, you can't, you have to, that game, you have to go by facts, and that's what makes it really hard, because how can you have facts when there's so much going on?
Yeah, it's a lot of people drawing conclusions on with no evidence or very little evidence. Sam, I think the first moment for me that really stood out was when I don't remember which roundtable it was, but you were very specific in saying, Boston Rob, if you're still here tomorrow, I'm gonna be looking at you. And I was like, oh my God, Sam is on this man's case. He's gonna be on him. And then obviously you didn't forget that, but then it felt like there was a little bit of a gap from when you did examine him again. So what happened after that roundtable that kind of the Boston Rob was left to be for a little bit?
I think there's a lot of moments that were left out in the edits based on how the situation goes, but
Mhm.
you have to look at Boston Rob. Boston Rob, I don't know what that means. I don't even know who he was before coming in, so I don't have that. I'm not putting him on a pedestal because he's such a good gamer, because I don't know. I just, backward baseball cap, I just assume he doesn't care about how he dresses, and he just wants to play the game. So, and somebody told me he's a poker player, so I didn't know, but there was a lot of, he had a lot of respect, call him out. And I think Dylan was, he had been ally with him. And to be honest with you, Boston Rob did save me. Now watching the show, he saved me a bunch of times, because he called me really good for me, exactly how I wanted to be perceived in the first couple of episodes. And he saved me. He was the reason why I stayed a little bit longer. But when it was just, it had to be Boston Rob, and he had to go, and he was useful because he got one of the traders. He kind of threw everything out on the table, and he made it easier for people to get voted out as a trader, and that's what happened. It was just the right timing, and I just wanted to really speak to him and figure out why he's doing it. But he was playing too hard, and that's what cost him, I think.
So then when we get to your murder here, I feel like we were about to start the day anew, and I feel I have to assume, and feel free to correct me, were you going to be going into this day had you survived looking at Danielle to push at the round table?
I mean, yeah, I mean, Caroline is already out, so we got that out of the way. Danielle is watching the episode and being more suspicious, which was really bad on her end. So definitely things would have got easier, and the percentage of us getting traders would have been a little bit, I think that decision to murder me, because now Carolyn is gone because of that, and not bring in an unobvious faithful. They should have just recruited an unobvious thing that's going to go well. Yeah.
So I have one more question for you, Sam. We have seen this friendship, this bond between you and Lord Ivar kind of come into fruition throughout the episodes. What was it about Ivar that you gravitated towards, and how did y'all find each other in this castle?
Ivar was just such a cool person, and he had a lot of life experiences. We talked about his dog's bitch, which is, I guess, is a British thing. He's like, my bitches are at home. I said, that's not like your dog, but technically, a female dog is, called that.
Right.
But it's kind of weird. He was funny. He said he strategized on the game from Chat GBT, and he might be using it really. Maybe a Chinese version of Chat GBT that's what ChatGPT is using. But he was just so he was just he had life experience, and I didn't judge him based on him being a low, or if they're you know I don't put people on pedestal because they're
Right.
whatever they are. I just judge them how they treat others, how respectful they are of others, and he was.
Okay. Well, Sam, this was an absolute treat. I'm glad you and I got to talk, and I'm glad. Honestly, I'm happy to have met you now through the show. Are you? Would you be interested in going on another reality TV show now that you've had this experience? How do you feel now?
You know what? I had a great time. Again, timing is everything when it comes to my life, and when I do have a chance, and if I'm ready for it, and when things are lining up, and I want to have a good time, why not? I don't see any. I don't see anything that's a no. The only thing that's a no is OnlyFans.
Okay, good to know. That's the exclusive right here. Sam, thank you so much for your time, man. I hope you have a
Yes.
great weekend and take care. Good luck with you.
Thank you, buddy.